Hey guys, today I'm working with a Kenmore matching washer and electric dryer set. And right now I've got it filling up. I've already added my soap and everything. And of course, there's been a 28-point inspection. Everything electrical, mechanical, it all gets checked. Everything has to work perfectly before it gets listed up for sale, before it leaves my care. And I just am doing this here so that you can see everything on it works perfectly. So what I'll do is allow it to go through its cycle, and I'll go ahead and load it up with a pretty heavy load of jeans and towels here in just a minute. But I wanted you to see that, of course, it's filling up just fine and nice and clean, and everything looks great. It's got that center agitator, and note about the agitator, it makes kind of what I call an agitation kick, and it's supposed to. You'll hear it once it's full and agitating, but your agitator should spin freely in one direction and then not back the other direction. If you go to move it, it moves the whole system, and if it were full of clothes, you wouldn't be able to move it at all. That's how you know this is working properly. Now, if you can reach down in here and spin it freely in both directions like this, then this is actually broken and not getting your clothes clean. So a good thing to note there, you've got your load selector here that determines how much water is going to go in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with clothes, then we'll come back to listen to it agitate. We will verify that it drains out all the water, and then I'll show you that the spin cycle is nice and smooth and is in fact spinning nice and fast. Alright, and we filled all the way up with water. Now we're agitating. Let me show that to you here. You see it's got a nice strong agitation, and like I mentioned, it's only moving in one direction. And now this lid switch would keep this from being opened and running on any of the spin cycles, the rinse spin cycle or the final spin cycle. But you could technically lift this up and throw something else in there. It's not really recommended, but sometimes I do it. But there you go, you can see, working perfect. We're gonna let it move on through the rest of the cycle. Okay, and it is now draining on the rinse cycle. You're draining that water out nice and fast. So now you know the pump works. And from here it'll switch in and do that first rinse spin, fill back up, do the full rinse cycle, and then the final spin. So we'll let it move through all that, and we'll just come back for that final spin. Okay, and we're back. Final spin cycle. Full speed here. You can see it's nice and smooth. Sounds great. And I'm going to show you now that it is in fact spinning nice and fast. So I'm going to lift this up, lid switch will kick in and shut it down, but you'll get to see that it's got a nice fast spin to it. There you go. So we'll let that finish up. Go ahead and move the clothes over to the dryer and show you the dryer. Alright guys, now I've got those clothes moved over to the dryer. We're just going to do time dry, high heat, let go. Then we're going to do a little refinishing on the top here, because these tops always get a little rough over time. We'll refinish that to like new. Then I'm going to show you that this is in fact heating like it's supposed to be. So right in between those two red dots, we'll open this up here in just a second and take a surface temperature measurement. You've also got air dry, auto dry with a few settings here, and then a manual switch for delicates for your heat as well. Super capacity plus, I believe, on both of these. Alright, let's open this up. Right inside the heating element tube, plenty of heat coming out of there. And that in turn comes out of that tube, heats the inside of your dryer up anywhere from about 95 to 195, just depends on what you're drying and what you have these settings at here. So that's going to be it for the washer and dryer. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks and have a great day.